Did you know videos like these are supported entirely from donations by people like you? It's true. If you'd like to help out and keep my wheels rolling, keep me wheels rolling, man, go ahead and click on the link down in the description, or I'll put something up on screen. You guys can check it out. You can do PayPal, you can do YouTube members every month, or you can do a YouTube super thanks, the little heart-shaped thing down next to the like button. Throw me a few bucks every now and then, that would be great. Help me buy lately tires and tires and tubes, or maybe food like Cliff Bars or cheeseburgers or something like that. It does make life a little more bearable out on the road. But anyway, as always, thanks for your support, and stay tuned. Back to the show. Alright, it's about 6 o'clock on the 7th of August 2022. Got rained on last night, but I was expecting it, so it wasn't quite so bad. Breaks in the clouds this morning. We'll see what happens. It's supposed to rain today and tomorrow, though. So what I came up with, I tied my poncho to the bike in a couple spots and tied it off to the corner so that the wind wouldn't blow it so much. The wind direction kept changing, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. It blew really hard a few times, and then by morning it stopped again. So yeah. Anyway, a lot of traffic noise, but managed to sleep not too bad. Looks like there's been at least 4 other cars that were here in the morning, and a lot of cars came in and out during the night. You're not supposed to camp here overnight, but do what you got to do. Yeah, here's your McDonald's up the ways. I'm not sure exactly where, but the next exit, which is just like almost, I think I can see the exit from here. So I'm gonna load up, figure out what time the McDonald's opens, but get there basically when they open, I think, and then hit the restroom, and then I'll be good to go. Yeah, since there is no restrooms here. Anyway, not expecting much for solar for the next couple days. However, the next, 40 miles still is downhill, so that should help. We're at Colorado Springs now. I had really considered doing Pikes Peak just because I thought it would be kind of fun on a solar bike to do it. With the trouble I'm having with wheels and then with no solar, yeah, no, that doesn't even sound like fun right now. So we'll do that another time, probably with a much better setup. So I'd like to have at least a chance of making it up. I had also considered I could drop the trailer and just take the electric bike up, but then what's the point of that? The bike would make it probably. I don't know if I'd make it up. One of the fun things though is if I got up to the top, then it would regenerate all the way back down again. That would be kind of cool. But if I had something break down, then I'd wish I had the trailer, right? For all my spare tubes and parts, if I had a flat tire or something like that, or yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get my brain moving and pack everything up here. I don't think I'm gonna get rain first thing in the mornings. Oh yeah, the other thing I tried last night, and I did this one other night, it seemed to work. Since it was raining when I went to bed, I left the sleeping bag packed up in the trailer, and I just slept with my jacket on and my shorts under the poncho with nothing else. And then, I don't know, maybe about midnight, I didn't look what time it was, I woke up and started getting, when my legs started getting really cold, then by that time it had quit raining, and from what I could see of the forecast, it wasn't supposed to rain from midnight on. So I went ahead then and opened up the sleeping bag and crawled in. That way it should have stayed pretty dry, and that seemed like it worked. Yeah,
I had my head under the poncho most of the night though, so I had a lot of condensation that probably got back into the sleeping bag, but at least it didn't get directly rained on. So, it is what it is. We'll do our best. When I get back to sunny weather, I'll open everything up and let it dry out again and air out. Hope I don't get too much mold in there in the meantime, but that's why I've got a $30 sleeping bag instead of a $300 sleeping bag. If it gets really bad, I'll just throw it away and get another one later. So, yeah. Okay. Giddy up though. Oh, one last thing while I'm thinking of it. I don't know if I'm going to do this or not. I thought about it last night. I've got a GoPro that I could use if the weather gets really bad, because when I'm riding, if it's going to be raining, I'm just going to shut the phone off and put it. I've got one of the pouches, looks like it's pretty waterproof, so then I won't get very much footage on there. If this phone gets wet, that's my last phone, and I'm not going to replace it before I get home. From here to home, I know the way, so I don't really need the navigation. It's just kind of like, it's nice to see the miles tick off, right? So like from here, I'm somewhere around exit 150, I think, something like that. So that means it's 150 miles down to New Mexico, and then the numbers will start over. There's, I think, 450 miles in New Mexico, and then from there I got 120 miles to home. Okay, so if the phone just quits working, I know how to get home. You know, I follow Interstate 25 down until it hits Interstate 10, and then 10 gets me home, goes through El Paso. Okay, so I'm not going to get lost. You know, before now I wasn't really sure, you know, but now I'm just gonna stick on the freeway, you know, and just go with it. So if that happens, if the phone dies, I'm just gonna quit uploading, because that's how I upload. I'm not gonna mess around with it. I could probably go to the library and upload, but the way YouTube and Google is set up now, I've got two-part authentication. So if I sign on to another computer, it's gonna send a message to my phone and verify before I can even get the account to work. Well, if I killed my last phone, I can't even do that. And I'm not even sure how I would do that if I bought it. You know, what I'm hoping is this phone lasts long enough for me to buy the new phone, and then I can switch over to that, right? It's just gonna be a mess. I think when I get home and get a new phone, if I pulled the SIM out of one of the phones and put the SIM in the new phone, then that would work. Probably. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what happened the last time I had a new phone. It's been a while. Yeah, that two-part authentication is kind of scary. If you know, it's made to keep other people from stealing my account. You know, if they guess my password. But in the meantime, it also keeps me out if I forget my account or if I lose my phone. So, yeah, just a heads up, if suddenly it quits, you know, if everything quits, I'll be home in a couple of weeks, and we'll just do our best after that. But sorry, in the meantime. Anyhow, yeah. All right, pack it up and get rolling.
Well, we're taking advantage of the Sunday morning clause in the safety handbook here, or something. They're grinding out a huge section of highway here, and so everybody's over on that side. There's no shoulder over there. So I was looking at it, I'm like, well, nobody's working here. So I get this whole side to myself. It's just a little bit ground up a little bit, but otherwise, they sure beats trying to be on that side with 2 lanes of traffic and no shoulder. Coming up to an off-ramp here. I think I can just zip through the cones and keep going. At first I was a little bit concerned. It's like, well, eventually am I going to get to a point where I'm stuck? And I walked about the first half a mile, but I couldn't see how far it went. And then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, well, oh, I just see something. It looks like everybody's coming over. No, maybe not. I'm not sure. Anyway. So I was thinking about it from what I remember about seeing road construction. if they were grinding this road, they had to have a way for the trucks to get out. So eventually I could just find one of those exits and get back onto the main highway. So anyway, I'm getting about 30 or 40 watts of charge, which is like 1/5 of what I could be getting this time of day. But I'm going downhill and tailwind, so I'm really not using the power. So it's not as bad as it could be, which is a neat way to look at it. Anyway, if traffic fines are double in a construction zone, I'm just wondering what this would qualify as. Probably should get out of here before somebody sees me. Although wearing a safety vest, maybe they think I belong here. Yeah, and spandex shorts, right? All right, off we go. Okay, I just got out of construction. There's my sign. I got to get that on some of the videos just to prove. This is Interstate 25. Right in the middle of the frame, it says Interstate 25. Alright, we are in, I think, Fountain or something like that. Got about 20 miles to Pueblo, I think. Just wanted to get a shot of that. Of course, in the process, I had to be a pedestrian to walk back and get it, so I kind of broke the rules there. But hey, check this out. We got some blue skies. It's not all the way there, and I might still get some rain. But the further south I go, the forecast has been changing. Most of the clouds are aiming for Denver. I'm almost to Pueblo now. So it's getting better. I have not yet gotten rained on, and I thought for sure I would have at least 3 times today. I was stopped to fix a tire, and it was spitting on me a little bit, but never really got wet. So that's nice. Also, I have barely touched the power at all. Sorry if I'm screaming. With the tailwind, I got a tailwind and a little bit downhill. So I have not needed to use the electric boost almost ever, except for just getting up a little bit of a hill once in a while. So I'd hit it, go up like over an on-ramp or something, and then let off again. So I went from about 43 volts this morning, I'm up into 47. So we're still not full. But I got about another 20 miles of downhill. And then probably tomorrow, I got to go up. And we're going to go over about 8,000 feet, something ridiculous like that. It's pretty steep. It's probably the highest I've been on the entire trip. So that's no good. And I don't know if I'm going to have any solar between really, tomorrow at all. So that's going to be a little rough. Anyway, that tire was flat. So I went ahead and changed it, and I put in a new bearing, so it does feel like it's rolling better, so I haven't had to use these big tires yet. That'll be if I'm on the side of the road. I just need to get it off really quick. I could pop the wheel off, pop that one on, and get out of the way. And then, because changing the tube still takes a few minutes, so yeah. Anyway, we're not getting blown away by the sun, but we're getting something. Like even now with the cloud, I got 48 watts coming in is better than nothing. And we got up to 47.5 already. And the tailwind. We'll take that. Alright, this probably looks a little bit weird. Haven't been in a Motel 6 for a while. Oh yeah, it still fits. Just barely. Considerations for the next trailer. More motel accessible. Anyway, did 54 miles today with 1,300 foot descent and a tailwind. And I was on the road by 7 o'clock this morning. Well, no, I was at IHOP, but I left camp at 6:30 and was at the IHOP by 7, I think, something like that. So it's about 4 o'clock now when I checked in, and I'm like, okay. So towards the afternoon, I started getting sun. So the battery was up to almost 48, which is not bad considering I was 43 this morning. So I've got, on top of the microwave, I've got the battery charger hooked up and going already. I'm going to take a shower first thing, because I was just thinking about this. I haven't had a shower since don't know when. That's pretty disgusting. There was a few times where I cleaned up in a rest stop or something like that, and then lately there hasn't been even rest stops. So yeah, sleeping on the side of the road or in the bush or in the whatever, or yeah. I found this on the side of the road. I'm assuming it'll work when I charge it. These are virtually indestructible otherwise, so that'd be a good headlight for the bike if I decide I want to run in the dark. Oh, and I found a Bluetooth speaker, I think. It's pretty big. It was all broken up, but it's got parts in there I can use, so yeah. I'll try to keep it mostly PG. I already took my shirt off. I'm not putting it back on. I don't care. Yeah, with a tailwind all day, all of a sudden, just as I was coming into, I'm in Pueblo, Colorado. Just as I was coming into town, well, I was like, okay, so I'm cruising along, and a few times on the side of the freeway, there was like big sign, bicycles share the road. Okay, yay, you know. And so about the second off ramp into town, all of a sudden I see the big no bicycle sign. I'm like, oh, crap, I'm already past it before I saw it. And then I looked ahead and there was a Wendy's on the next off ramp. So I'm like, okay, let me go have a Wendy's and cool my brain a little bit. And so I had a Frosty and a big strawberry lemonade, which was really good, and a cookie because it looked good. So while I was sitting there, I looked over and I saw there was a Motel 6, and I'm like, you know what? I just need a break. I was starting to feel it the last few days. It's like, yeah, when you get too many days without a shower, you almost just kind of gross yourself out. You don't want to, you know, it's like you don't even want to go in and get a Frosty because you stink, kind of thing. So I don't think these flies all came in with me. I think they were here already. So after I decided I was going to stop at the Motel 6, I happened to look at the online reviews. Yeah, crack house, drug dealers, perfect. I think this might be the same one that the other person did the review on because the same light is still broken. Yeah, anyway, what are you going to do? I can't even say it's really cheap, but they are bicycle friendly. So maybe the flies count as pets because they're also pet friendly. That might be it. But it's like they got hardwood floors, right? So you don't feel bad about dragging your bike in here. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I need a reset day. So I was like, I think I only took I took one shower in Montana, and I think I made it through Wyoming without a shower. That's freaking awful. But you know, if there was a rest stop, I'd go in and I'd take my wet rag and just clean up as best I could, and you know, do it after dark kind of thing, and you know, so that's not too bad, but it's just got to have running water once in a while. So yeah. Anyway, notes. 2 flat tires today. I haven't had a flat for quite a while. Coming through Colorado Springs, I had a front flat, which has been a long time since I had a front flat. But that tire is finally starting to show some wear. Those tires were really good tires, so I'll put that on my list. Yeah, it had a little wire stuck in it. So, and then later on, I had a flat on the trailer, so I just put another tube in that. Now that I'm here, I got running water, and I can fix my tubes. Oh, that's a good tip. Remember a few videos ago, I was asking if anybody had any ideas for something to, like some kind of container to hold the water when you're fixing your tubes, because you have to find the leaks, right? Well, one of the guys was saying, I was thinking drywall, or no, what was it? I was thinking wallpaper trough that you can put the water in. Yeah, that fly is trying to go right up my nose. And somebody else had the idea of a little mortar mixer trough, which would have been about right. And I happened to find on the side of the road a little gold panning pan. Not the biggest one, but kind of a smaller one. I'm like, that's perfect. I've used that a couple times, not so much for fixing tires, but you go in a rest area, restroom, and they've got a sink, but no way to hold the water, right? No stopper. So I just put the little gold panning pan in the sink and let it fill up. Throw your rag in there, you know. That works great. So, and if you're checking your tubes for leaks, you don't leave the black residue from the tube in the sink as much, so it's nice and clean. Yeah. Anyhow, this place has no air conditioning that works. The lady told me before I checked in. I'm like, well, I've been sleeping outside and it's been cold, so this will be nice. But it's actually pretty muggy in here right now, so go take a shower and cool off now that I got the battery charger. So priorities are shower, charge the battery, get a full charge, fix all the tubes that are flat, and kind of monkey wrench on some of the other stuff just to tweak some of the setup. Well, this was kind of a weird one, but hang on. Blackburn is one of the Walmart brands, or one of the brands that they're stocking. I don't know if it's actually their brand or not, but a lot of the stuff is Blackburn. My water bottles are Blackburn. The tire pump is Blackburn, I think. And the little white tires on the trailer are Blackburn. They aren't lasting so long. But this tire I bought for the rear because I bought one of the nice WTB tires at the REI. Sure, it was a wonderful tire, but it didn't last for crap. It wore out really fast on the road. So I bought one of these, and that's on the rear of the bike, and that's holding up really well. And you'd think, okay, I'm running the electric on the front. I would have thought I'd burn out the front tire really fast. But I wore out the back tire faster than the front tire. So go figure there. So the WTB didn't last very long. I think I might have thrown it away already. I'm trying to look down. All my spare tubes and tires are down there. So it didn't last very long at all. So I put one of these on and it's holding up really well. So I'm sure this isn't a great tire, but for what I'm doing, just cruising down the highway 50 miles a day, it's got a really hard compound, and this one has the anti-puncture layer in it. I might have had one flat on there, but one of the things that was kind of weird was I had a finishing nail sideways through the tread that didn't puncture the tire. So I'm like, I don't know how that happened. So it's like, okay, yay for that, but it's not showing much wear yet, and I've had it on there for a week or two now, I think. I forget when I put it on, but yeah, just a random thing. It's, holding up pretty good, so yay for that. But yeah, so I bought like 3 more tubes and and the tire. Oh, and this is half the price of the REI tire. So yeah, we'll just keep buying cheap tires and throwing them on there. But since it actually has the hard anti-puncture layer, that's probably pretty good for on the road at least. When I get this bike home, that bike over there, I've got the fat tires that came with it. It's not a full 4-inch fat tire, but it's a really nice off-road looking tire. I'm kind of wondering how it'll stand up to the cactuses and stuff on my road, but it might be fun for playing around. Yeah, well, my roll of Gorilla Tape, and I got a whole stock of, I bought a bunch of bagels, and then I ate breakfast at the IHOP this morning, so it's like, we got lots of food for tomorrow and the next day. So we're about mile 100 in Colorado, and we got to climb. Oh man, we got to go over about an 8,000 foot pass tomorrow or the next day, depending how I split it up. So if I hit the road at a decent time in the morning, I think I'm ahead of the storm. So if I come out of here with a fully charged battery, that'll help a lot, and we can maybe push it hard. Yeah, okay, shower. Yay. All right, we're back. The room has no air conditioning. The fan is out, apparently. I actually hit the button and it makes a horrible noise. I tend to believe her. So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I needed some nail clippers because I can't find mine. And there's a Walmart 0.4 miles away. I'm like, yeah, I'll go walk over, get some nail clippers, buy some beer, see what else I need, look around. Thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, I'm so used to being outside that I'm going to need some kind of breeze in here. So I go buy this little fan. Might be able to hear that actually. It blows. It's not going to blow you away or anything, but it's USB rechargeable DC powered fan. I'm like, that might be the coolest thing ever for camping. So I thought about it. I'm like, it was $12 or $10 or something. And I'm like, the other option, I was like, I could buy a nice fan, but then what am I going to do with it? I'm not going to take it with me. I could donate it to the room, and I actually thought about that. I'm like, I'll buy the fan and see if they give me any discount for the room since the air conditioner was broken. Can't imagine I'd get away with that, but or just give it to the room, But I thought about it, I'm like, well, that is small enough I could take it with me. So I did, and I will. And let's see, I always see, when I see that, I think flat tire, which was 2 for today, so beer is too heavy for on the bike, but I figured, all right, since I'm in a room with a fridge, bought a 6-pack. Challenge accepted. Have to finish it before I leave. Oh, and the light that I found on the side of the road, it was just dead. It's taking a charge, nice and bright. It's got different settings. Yeah, it's plenty bright. So if I get to a point where I have to ride in the dark, that would be really handy. I usually won't, but there was one time at a rest stop I decided to park further away from, well, where I was, I guess. So I decided to ride the bike, and it was pretty dark. It would have been nice to have a light. I think I hung the Lucy light on the front just so people could see me, but it didn't do a lot of good kind of thing as far as being able to see where I was going. So that would be handy. And I do still have the Lucy light, and I think I've lost or broken 3 or 4 flashlights on this trip. Oh, and I do have that good flashlight I found, the other one. So, but this is rechargeable. So, and I've got 4 of those at home, so I like them. Anyway, figure since I'm plugged into shore power here, I'll go ahead and charge it. Also, yeah, the bike battery is nearly fully charged already. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll go ahead and edit the video and upload it, and then I'll probably patch some tire tubes. Yeah. Make a night of it. Alright. Alright, as always, thanks for watching the videos to the end. Welcome to the new subscribers. Thanks for all the support. A shower. Woo. It's like, alright, 2 weeks to home. Yeah, I'm going to have to take probably one more shower after today. But stretch it out as long as we can. And getting into and out of a room is just about more trouble than it's worth, but it's nice once in a while. Oh, here's something I figured out. I checked at, I think it was a Flying J, just to see how much a shower was at a truck stop. I think the guy said $17 if you had to buy it. Usually you just put it on your rewards card because you'd have free showers after buying fuel, right? So I was thinking about it. I was like, well, 17 or 20 would be worth it if you needed a shower. In between sponging off or whatever. It's like, okay, so the room here was about $80. I got to recharge the battery. I got a fridge. I can refill my water bottles. I got a bed. I can sleep. I feel safe, sort of. And, it's like, well, if I would have taken a shower at the truck stop, that was 17 or 20. So, it all adds up, but if you don't do it every day, that makes it nice. May or may not turn on the TV. Probably won't. Oops. Work on my lighting here again. I think I'll even shave. I might do that still. It's getting hot for a beard. I'm not growing a beard, I just don't shave. Yeah. Oh, the haircut was Wenatchee, so that's hanging in there. I'm so used to wearing a hat. A couple days it's been hot, I just took it off, and I'm like, I wonder what it looks like. I have no idea. All right, that's it. Bye for now.